there, and this offense having a nice day. And Austin Hooper joins us now. Austin, thanks for being with us on Browns Live Training Camp. Excuse me, 3 days in the pads for you guys. Where do you feel like you are as an offense?
First of all, thanks for having me, guys. It's training camp. It's you got to work out the kinks, especially when you don't have an OTA offseason period to really get those in-game, or not in-game, but together reps in person against a real NFL defense. So I mean, we're just getting there. I mean, it's definitely a process. I mean, this was our first day doing red zone concepts against the defense. So I mean, there's obviously stuff we all got to work on, but there's only one way to get better, right? And it's that grind. So we're working at it.
Austin, do you feel the need, because it's not a preseason, do you feel the need to go even harder and take this training camp like it's the preseason?
100%, Josh. I mean, we don't, you don't have that feedback from other defenses. You don't have that feedback from, other defenses that you're going to face. So, I mean, this is, the way I kind of try to equate it. I mean, this is kind of like, we have 15 games in a sense, like 15 first halves, if you will. So, I mean, that's kind of the mentality you got to have. I mean, obviously, it's a very, strange build up to a regular season. But, I mean, you just got to find whatever you can, whatever motivation you can to kind of get the most you can out of it. So, I mean, the way I'm trying to look at it for me to get ready is I got to go out there and, just work at it every single day. And I mean, it's something that comes with reps and just the grind, man. There's no easy way to do it. It's training camp. So the grind, it's beautiful and it's there and it's ready for all of us.
It certainly is. And yesterday, I thought you and Baker really got into a nice rhythm. There was a play on the sideline where he kind of rolled out and signaled down the field, and you took one or two steps. The DB went, turned right around. That chemistry you guys built in this offseason really on display out there and on that particular play, would you say?
Yeah, just, again, just – all those reps in the offseason. Obviously, we didn't have one, so kind of took the executive decision to fly out to Austin and just work on those little things with Bake. So just luckily, some of that stuff showing up here in training camp.
When you look at your tight end room, you guys are stacked with talent. Are you looking at yourself as it relates to other tight ends or on the league, or are you trying to outdo everybody in your room? What are your goals coming into this season?
That's a great question, Josh. But I mean, my goal has always been try to be the best version of myself. I mean, that old, it's been beaten into the ground over and over, but get 1% better. So, I mean, that's just kind of like my mentality, because I feel like I'm leaps and bounds better than what I was in 2016 as a 21-year-old rookie. So, I mean, my mentality is just continuing to hone my craft, continuing to improve, continuing to work on little things, and, keep my nose to the grindstone. And, eventually when I pick my head up, I'm sure I'll like where I end up.
Absolutely. You've been to the Pro Bowl each of the last two seasons, and you're going to keep getting better, and we are excited to see that happen in our uniform. You talk about the rookies. Josh mentioned when you were a young rookie. We've seen Harrison Bryant, a rookie, in your room. He kind of looks like, honestly, a mini Austin Hooper out there, and he's off to a nice start at a position that I remember you telling me it's hard to pick this position up. You need to know everything in the pass game, everything in the run game, and yet this rookie off to a strong start.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you hit it. He's way ahead of where I was as a rookie, so I'm really, really excited for Harrison Bryant. I mean, he's, super talented young guy who's, again, super versatile. He can do, a little bit of everything. He can run routes outside, he can run routes in the slot, run routes in line, can block from all three different spots. And, obviously today you saw him get up there and do his thing in the red zone. So, I mean, he's very, very versatile, and we're all really happy to have him in the room with us.
Austin, you've progressed year after year. I saw your stats, and I'm like, man, every year you get better and better. Do you see this as your breakout year? I know you're not at the climax. You're going higher and higher. Do you see this in a Browns uniform as your breakout season? Well, you already here, but what do you see yourself as that main caliber tight end?
Again, Josh, pretty boring answer, man. Just, trying to be the best version of myself. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here with you guys. As much as I do enjoy speaking with you both, I'm not going to give you guys any lofty expectations or numbers, anything like that. I just got to, figure out my role in this offense, what they ask of me, and execute it to the best of my abilities. I know that's not the answer.
No, I like it.
But I don't got the crystal ball, man. I can just, get 1% better every day.
As my buddy's dad says, his crystal ball is at the cleaners. He's going to go ahead and let the actual actions speak for themselves as you're doing. Take us through the process, though. You guys have gone through now the 3 padded practices. So you have the practice, you go watch the film, and as you said, every day try to get that 1% better. How does that process work? You watch the film and then go try to improve on what needed to be worked on from the day before?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, for a lot of us, there are a lot of different nuances in the offense. For example, like some of our play action keepers. I mean, I made a mistake today. I had no idea that the protection for a certain keeper is actually supposed to be way longer than what it was. I got it confused with a shorter, quicker play action protection keeper. So there's a lot of little nuances within the offense that you can read on paper, but until you actually get those in-game field or in practice field reps against a real defense that has an idea of what you guys are doing. I mean, there's no replacing that. So I mean, it's just watch the film. I mean, for a lot of us, these are our first, especially with the install package we had today. It was our first time really going against the defense and doing some of this stuff. So I mean, definitely a lot of corrections to clean up. I mean, again, man, it's good to get out here and start that process, because I mean, the only way you get better at anything is by doing it over and over.
Absolutely, getting those reps. And listen, this is the time to make those mistakes and find out what needs to be worked on so that you can get ready for September the 13th against the Ravens. We've got a fan question for you, Austin. It comes from Jay Dumbard, and he says, what is the one trait that Baker has that is similar and one trait that is different from your previous quarterback in Atlanta, Matt Ryan?
That's a really good fan question. I would say Baker's command. His command in the huddle is really strong. I mean, you can tell a lot of the guys have a lot of respect for him. And again, as Josh can attest to, I mean, respect's not given in this league. Respect is earned. So that's just a testament to the type of individual and the type of leader he is. And another thing too, I mean, he's got a live arm. So I mean, obviously those would be the biggest comparisons for me, being around Matty Ice for 4 years. And the thing that's different, I love Matt Ryan, but he's probably doesn't have quite the legs as young Baker Mayfield does at this point in his career. No shots fired, Falcons fans. Just,
no, not at all. Not at all.
Man, I absolutely love your energy that you bring. You're more so, to me, you're like a wide receiver at the tight end position. It's kind of a breath of fresh air. You got guys coming up after you. Talk about the defense, so to speak. They're seeing what you guys are running. How are they providing that extra boost to get you ready for the season? Your own defensive guys.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think they're doing a tremendous job. I mean, the guys up front are as big and strong as just about anybody in the league. So I mean, when you run an outside zone as a tight end against a crashing 9, it's got click, you got to get ready to go.
Up, right.
No doubt. I mean, it's just whop. So I mean, definitely those boys are getting me ready to run our outside zone scheme for sure. Grateful for them. I mean, in the moment, not quite as fun, but I'm sure all this grit and grind, it's going to be good for me. And then on the back end, in terms of how well they're disguising coverages, I mean, I'm not going to go into all the different stuff that we're doing. We're going to keep that to ourselves, but they're doing a great job of making things look the same, and then at the snap making them look very different. I can say that.
And that is the thing. That's what you have. That's what you have left in the NFL.
Yes.
Disguise
no
defense.
Doubt.
Doing
And as a route runner, as you know, Josh, like that changes up what we got to do. And if you have a pre-snap plan of what you think you're going to do, then you take a step and realize the plan has changed. It
changes your route, right?
No doubt.
Yep.
So I mean, they're doing a great job of holding their water and making it difficult for us. But I mean, that's exactly what we need. We'd much rather come out here and have some days where we struggle a little bit instead of thinking it's sweet around here, then find out this is still the NFL. So I'm glad those guys are giving us very realistic, very difficult looks, because we need that. I mean, not a lot of us have played together, so a lot of free agents, a lot of new guys, across the board. So I mean, it's it's that trial by fire that we all need to really get close as an offensive unit. So I'm grateful for it, even though not every day we're lighting it up. I mean, you got to have some of those days too, as you know, Josh.
Yes,
definitely. Hey, you want to have the challenges here, and then hopefully when you get to Sundays, you say, oh, we
exactly.
can handle all this.
No